and I'm hoping that you know me by now. It's Joy Ruffen, coming to you from the Sunshine State, Florida, and it's always good to be with you. Tonight, we're talking about leading ladies, leaving legacies, living legacies. And we have a guest with us tonight. She just gave me the correct pronunciation for her name, and I love that because I love learning. I was saying Kore, it's Kore. Kore Quinn is with us tonight, and she's going to share with us a lot about her story, how she came to where she's at now, why she loves what she's doing, and lots of other good information. I'd like to thank you for joining us. It's always good to see you here because we're building. You know what it is when you're building. Building is fun, but it takes time. And Corey can speak to that because she started, and I won't say where, I'll bring her up so that you can say hello to her and she can tell us and share with her a little bit of her story. Her name is Kore Quinn, and I'm going to invite her to come over and to say hello. Corey, hello and welcome. Good to see you.
Hi, Joy. Nice to see you too.
A
How
pleasure.
are you today?
Oh, I'm doing fine. It's wonderful to see you. I know your story. It's an interesting story. I know that you started, sometimes I read the bio, but yours is so interesting. So I said, I'll let you do it because I know that you love social marketing, that you love to empower women and help them to claim their power and purpose by creating successful businesses online. So I wanted you to share with us a little bit about why you love what you do, why you're doing what you do, and just give us a little bit of a background story about you. So it's all yours.
Oh, wonderful. Well, thank you, Joy, for this invitation, and thank you everyone for being here. Let me just do something here. It's my pleasure to be here today with you, sharing my story and how I become to be here. All right. Well, I am from a very small town in Mexico. Was born and raised in Mexico, came to United States for a little bit. Then I went to Japan, come back to United States. And I live in the beautiful city of Kansas City, Missouri. While I was studying civil engineering, I got introduced to construction. And so I was in civil engineering, running a construction project. Before I knew, I was in charge and owner of a construction company. And I started as a remodeling houses. Then I remodeled some. Then from there, I moved to commercial remodeling. And then after 6 months, 6 or 7, I cannot remember, I folded. But in that period, I got introduced to the wonderful, wonderful industry called network marketing. And I fall in love with it. The concept, what is possible, it just opened my eyes because I was running, the construction and dealing with so much. I was in a world of men. So I was battling that.
I want to interrupt you there for a second because one of the many reasons that I was attracted to your story is that you were in an industry, a business, a profession that was dominated by men. So, and you had success there. And that's unusual. Yes, we have some women who are in that business now, but to segue from that into the network marketing business, which is a totally different animal, and to have this passion that you have for it, I applaud you because I know that's not easy. I say bravo and good for you. Now you can continue with your story because I know that how you discovered network marketing was very, very important to you and you fell in love with it. I don't know how many companies you went through. I went through 3 before I found a company that I really love, but you can speak to that a little bit more. I think that's a great story.
Yeah. I fall in love with network marketing. I fall in love for what is possible.
Yes.
Because owning a construction company, I learned never to rely on somebody else's skills. And I learned to rely on my skills. And I believe network marketing is the only company that teach you the skills that you can rely on yourself and said, if I want this, I can develop this skill and nobody can take it that away from me. So going to Discover Network Marketing, I got introduced to this company, and I have a taste of success of what can you do, how can you impact people, how can you help women and men, and how can you help a family and say, you know what, this is what you can do, and this is how it can work for you. I will work with you. So I got, so fired up. Unfortunately, when I, at the same time, I fold the construction company, I fold my dreams when they were marketing. I was just like, I'm done, So then I dabble in, see, go ahead.
Well,
Joy?
one of the reasons that I hear what you're saying, and I'm sure that many others will relate to what you're saying, because I love the title that you gave us for tonight, The Power of Growing Pains in Networking. And the key word is the power, because sometimes pain and mistakes are your best teachers and the best lessons that you get, right? This is what I'm getting from what you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Is as devastating as it was for me to lose everything, everything, my company, everything. Now, I see, and I see that it was necessary, the pain of being there, all the challenges that I faced at that moment. At the moment, I didn't understand, Joy.
Yes.
And I didn't see how on earth I was going to use that. And suddenly, now that I'm on the business back to network marketing and just made a full commitment to myself, right? That this is my path. This is my calling. This is the industry that I'm going to dedicate my life to help other women, to empower them and say, you know what? Now your nest is empty, or probably you are like me, divorced, no company, no house, no truck, no employees, and a bed, everything was like catapult.
I hear you loud and clear. How and when did that realization of network marketing was your avenue? Because what happens, Kore, is that too many people get into network marketing, and they, like many of the young people that I'm working with who are mesmerized by the entertainment industry, they think they're going to be millionaires and rich overnight. But what was that you said to me before? I love that. I have never heard that. Living 10 years. How did you put that about?
I said, I love the stories of 10 years overnight success.
I don't see how everybody can't laugh at that, because it's true. But somehow, somewhere, Kore, you came to the realization that it was a time factor and you were willing to make that investment.
Yes. The moment then I came to the realization, it was when I was faced with the fact that I need to go and find a job. And I said, no, I don't want to work for anybody. And then I thought, what am I looking outside when the answer is in me? In order for me to succeed, and this is that's what I said, the pain of growing is my best friend. In order for us to grow, Joy,
yes,
in order for us to be the best of us,
yes,
we need to admit where we need to change. We need to be honest, brutally honest to ourselves and say, you know what, I really, really bad at this. And I don't like it to accept it, but it's the truth. So I need to work on this.
Yes.
And network marketing is the only industry then it says, do you want more? Become more.
Yes.
And to become more, you need to be humble and say, ooh.
That's a beautiful way of expressing one of the keys to network marketing. And it's also a good key for women to take to heart, because we do rule and rock. And yet, until we get into the inner core of who we are, or in the process of, we don't know how to deal with all the realities that hit us. And we have to deal in the real world. That's why what you're saying is so vital for everyone to really hear, because it really is resonating with the message that we all need to intake. Yes.
Yeah, Joe, absolutely. And one of the things that I learned in the first industry, in the first company, was in order for you to succeed, you have to learn from the leaders, follow your heart, and trust your guts.
Yes.
And I made the biggest mistake of feeling like I was have to follow the group. And well, the group didn't work. So I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I think I have to admit that I was uncoachable. I was not coachable.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what? Tell me what to do, but don't tell me too much. One thing and I'm done. So I was asking for help, but not. So when I admit that, Joy, and that's what I told you, is the pain of growing in network marketing. You have to be humble. You have to be humble.
Yes.
And you have to be willing to admit where do you need to grow.
Exactly. And what you just said is so powerful in so many ways, Kore, because it's still true and it will always be that the best leaders ultimately learn how to become the best followers, knowing that that's not your role. But in order to become the best leader that you can be, you must learn to follow. And the following, you mentioned it, you got to go with that gut thing and know when it's time to follow and know when it's time to pull away. So you have to be in tune with the inner you. You have to tune in and listen to what your inner gut, people have all kinds of names for it, what it's saying to you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And for all the friends that are in network marketing, I highly suggest you two things.
Yeah.
Know yourself, and be brutally honest with yourself and said, where am I really screwing up? Where do I need to work on myself?
That's a great comment there. And I want to address that a little bit because one of my questions, and I love this one, and I think you addressed it, but expound on it a wee bit more. You have to know yourself. What is a great tip that you can give us to support us in getting to know ourselves better? Because that's something that is innate within me. And I'm always in the process of learning that. That tip for how we get to know and grow with knowing who we are, that's really vital. So what tips can you give us to support us in that knowing of who we are or getting to know?
One tip that I would say, that I would give to you, Joy, is look in yourself. What is it that ask somebody, tell you, what is that you see in me that bugs you? What do you see in me that it bugs you? And then ask to that person, say, how do I come across to you then it bothers you? Because sometimes we don't know. And so if especially your family, that would, your kids, they would be the best to tell you. And or kids will tell you something you don't want to know, you don't want to hear, but that is the best advice the best tip I can give you. The other thing is, when you go to the events on network marketing, right?
Yes.
The things that you don't like is the things that you need to work in yourself. I remember going to an event and this lady came up and she was like, da, 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 blah, 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 blah. And it just bugged me that she was like, go, 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 go. And I said, why don't you take time? And then I get, oh my God, that's what I do. Like, that's what I do.
I love it. Because few of us, this is one of my favorite expressions because this was brought to my attention, but I have to say, love what I do here because I always walk away with some profound, 1, 2, 3, it doesn't matter the number, something that I take away. And what you said about ask someone who knows you, what am I impacting you with that's good and powerful to you? And what am I not doing? That's a great, it's so simplistic and yet so powerful. And none of us do that. And we don't really see ourselves. We see what we choose to see, right? We don't see what's really there.
Yeah.
That's very powerful. I love that. I love that.
And also, I would like to say, Joy, that in order to grow in network marketing, be patient with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Be
Yes.
coachable and learn, but learn to implement. If you learn something today, implement it.
Yes.
Implement it. That would be the best tip I can give you. One of the links that I gave you, Joe, is a social media. It's a free social media, 12 steps to do it every day to grow your audience and have a better presence online. That would be my gift to you. The other thing, Joy, then I would like to give to the first comment, since I can't see the comment from here. Whoever was the first comment, this book is wonderful. It's very easy to read. It's called The 4 Years Career, and I love this man. His name is Richard Bliss Brooke. I'm sure a lot of the ladies might know. So whoever wrote the first comment, I will send this book to say thank you.
Why, thank you. I think that's great. And I wanted to say your information was so good there, to say hello to all of the wonderful people who are joining us here. I see names. I see Adair, and I see Roz, and some other names here. And people, it's always good to see you here. Love seeing you here. And whoever puts that first comment, we'll get to see it later. I think it looks like it might be Roz. We'll see. But that's the person who will get the book. And that's a good way to do that. I was going to ask you, what is a tip to success that you would like to leave and share with us? I think you've already given us a tip. Is there anything else that you can share? I love that thing about patience. Because in this business, and my friend said to me, "You're not very patient, are you?" No, I'm not. I'm working on it, though. You have to be patient. What other good tip can you share with us about when you get to your success, and even then you continue to climb? But what's a great tip for us?
One of the tip that I will say that is to me is so beautiful is, and I call it God. Okay, you might call it divine. Just believe in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Believe that you can do it. And no matter what, if you are there and if you say, I'm going to succeed because this is what I want, move into the already got it. Right now, I'm fascinated by cicadas, because they are leaving the old shell and they become new.
Yes.
So my tip will be, say to yourself every day, I can do this.
Yes.
And do 1 or 2 things they are productive to your business. And if you do that, say, yes, I did it. 1 or 2 things. If you are network marketing, prospect 1 person, 2 people, that's better than nothing. If you can do better, wonderful. But if you do 1 person every day, at the end of the year, you will be farther than if you haven't done nothing. They just be sitting and feeling pity for yourself. So just embrace the person that you dream to be, like the cicada. Leave the old shell, go through the pain of changing, and be the new cicada who comes to the tree and sing.
I had forgotten about the cicadas. And I remember we were once in, it doesn't matter, in South Carolina. I don't think I'd even heard about them. I'd heard, it's a great story, though. I like that. I now know what cicadas are. I didn't know at that point in time. That's a good analogy to make. You've delivered a lot of good and powerful information. And that booklet that you're giving away, what's the title of that booklet again?
The 4 Years Career.
The 4 Years Career. Oh.
How you can, in 4 years, be whoever you want to be in network marketing.
Listen, all of your data and all of your information is going to be put up on the website and Joy's TV. And then in turn, everybody will look and see who made the first comment. We have Ross, I don't know, it seems to be a draw between Ross and Adair, and we'll see which one comes up first. And then in turn, they will get the booklet. But what I want to do also is let you be aware and everyone else that all of your data will be put on the website, on the broadcast, so that when anybody comes to see and to check and to replay, they'll be able to click all your links because you're on all the social media links. You gave me all of your data and all of your information, and it will be put up so people can get to you. We always have a few people who come, but it's a replay that brings out the masses, and then they will get to you. But I thank you. Let me ask you, is there anything that I didn't ask you that you want to ask me, or is there anything you want to share with the audience now or the replay audience that you want to leave us with as a so long for now and a good tip or tidbit that you want to share?
I would like to know, if the audience has any questions for me. And also I would like to know everybody that, we as a women, we run the world.
We do.
We do.
We do.
We do.
Yeah.
And so my job and my mission is to empower every single woman that I can to find the purpose in life again and reclaim the power in building a successful business online and offline. And through that, say, I am a contribution and
yes.
I am here. Yes.
I think that's Ducky. Listen, a lot of people are making comments and saying hello, but they don't have questions. But that's okay. Many will do the replay and then they will come back with questions and then they will get to you and connect and get to you, because I know that you love network marketing. We didn't mention the company, but when they do a one-on-one with you, we can do that because I know it's a great company. And if you want to mention the company, you can, but it's perfectly up to you. It's a phenomenal company. I like their foundational base. The premise that they rise from fits my DNA and yours as well. So it's a great company. The most important tidbit that you left us with, though, is that your love for wanting to empower others. That's my base, too. That's my premise. So we're sisters at heart, no doubt about it. I thank you for being here. I'm going to say so long for now and put you to the side to say goodbye to the audience. And then you'll see all of this after the replay. But don't go anywhere, because what I'm going to do is come back and say so long for now to the audience and then get back and chat with you for a brief moment. All righty?
All right.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. I really do.
You're very welcome.
And you always, it's always a pleasure to see you here. I have my standard phrase has become my loyal and faithful, whether they arrive for 1 split second, 5 minutes, 10, it doesn't matter. When you show up, it's a good feeling. Always good to see you here. Kore is on the same journey, the same path, has the same outlook and mindset that I do, empowering women. She has found a company that she loves, that she's absolutely more than in love with, and she wants to share that company with others. And yet the beauty of what Kore, I should say, I'm pronouncing her name, Kore, what she wants to share with us is that everything takes time. Be patient. I think I've had 2 or 3 people say that to me in the last few days too. Time is a factor, and we have to embrace it in a loving way so that we can grow into all that we're here to be. So my friends, once again, thank you for being here. Always good to see you. This video will be up for Kore in about 24, 48 hours. In the meantime, join us here next Tuesday night at 7 p.m. and then in turn, Wednesday night at 7 for another leading lady. And don't forget to get to my website. It's very simple, www.joyruffen.com. Lot more tips and tidbits there that you can embrace and flow with. Have a great week. Enjoy. And as always, love seeing you here. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now. Cheers.